Hey guys, we've now been living in Pumba full-time, 5 months. We've shown you what we're like, where we've been, but let me show you through our house, what it is, if we've used it or not, how much it costs, and we rate it. Come check it out.
And this is the passenger side. Starting with the ALU-CAB AWNING 360. Quite easy to put on. Actually very easy. Even for me, so I'm 164, I'm not very tall. I can still reach it, even though Pumba is a bit lifted. Done. 360 awning. Very, very, very handy. We don't use it every day, obviously, but if we are stationary for a little bit and it's sunny, then we use it. Never got to use the legs, simply because, I don't know, opportunity didn't come. But what we did use is the straps here. So the straps are really handy when it gets very windy and that you want to keep that tent nice and tight. Another thing, another feature on that tent that we've never used, but I think is quite clever, that's the rain pusher. I don't know how we can call it. But basically, it pushes the tent up and it creates that slope on the awning, making the rain flow down. So you don't have that typical rain belly, which sucks, and then makes your awning collapse. So this one is really, really good as well. I think it's really clever. All right, next up. Next up is the MAXTRAX table. MAXTRAX table by Mission 4x4, I believe. There's quite a few features to it that I really like. This is a lockable system as well. If you don't want the people, when you park at Woolies, to use your table, you can lock it and they don't have access to that table, or you can leave it unlocked as we do. But you have that really good table. We added a light here, so I don't know if it's late at night and you want to cook here, if you have a gas system, or if you want to do whatever you want, you have a light. You have a light, you have a table. Very handy if you are with some friends and you need an extra table to put, I don't know, the drinks or the food, which is pretty good. I think that's all. Oh yeah, so here on the master table you can, depending on how many recovery board you have, because I believe you can put up to 6 in that table. We have 4 at the moment, so you can pick how loose or how tight they are on the table. But very, very, very easy. Simple click and it's back on. Here, so you have a security system, obviously. So if you want to lock your MAXTRAX, which they are quite pricey, so and very easy to steal. So this is a good system as well to keep them safe. So we have 2 MAXTRAX padlock, and simply when they are out, you just push that up and the board fall. So you can just grab them and, you know, get yourself sorted because you get bogged. But while we're here, because we see the tires, I might as well talk about them because they are pretty good. Excuse me if I'm doing this. It's because we are being attacked by Mozzie. So these tires, massive shout out to them. So the brand is TOYO and is the open country model, and that's the mud terrain tire. They are absolutely amazing. They took us everywhere from Brisbane to Darwin. They've been to sand, they've been to rocky terrain, they've been to water, they've been to mud, and they never let us down. They're really, really good, especially in terms of longevity. The previous set of tire did 70,000 K on it. For mud tire, that's pretty good. Not a puncture. They're really, really living up to their reputation. So Toyo tire would definitely recommend. In the next build, we're probably gonna look at having Toyo tire as well because we are very happy with it. Okay. That's all for that side of the car. I reckon we can take you at the back.
Then we have the rear. The main compartment is our RASLARR rear bar that you can see mounted. Attached to that, we chose to get the twin Jerry gas bottle holder. Weren't sure if we were going to end up carrying gas, I've decided not to, but we do have this little extra part here that can carry the gas bottle. With us instead, we carry a 20 litre of water, 20 litre fuel, and the dirty old floor mat. Above that, we've got the chainsaw shelf mounted. And with that, we just carry a small Pelican box. In there, we store our dive gear. On the other side of the RASLARR rear bar is the single spare tyre. And on the spare tyre, we carry the OGS, the Outback Gear Solutions bin bag, with the main compartment being the bin and 3 extra little compartments. It's waterproof, it's fantastic, we can't fault it, we love it. Above the spare tyre is the Mission 4x4 chainsaw shelf. I'll open up the rear bar so you can have a look. And this one mounts to the door, so it uses the old holes of the spare tyre mounted to the door and above again, so there's more dive gear. That one's got our wetsuits in it. Then other than that, externally we do have a rear light that we use so we can turn it on from inside the cab, or it comes on when reversing as well. Having a look around, the only last thing is through the rear bar, when we got the fit out done from ODYSSEY, Toby put on this, so we have external water, which is nice. That's super handy. We use that regularly for everything other than drinking water, really. Last thing on the rear is the ladder rack. So this one's from Frontrunner. And we use this when climbing up to put anything up on the roof or to help pull down the roof if we need to compress it anymore. So this one is actually attached to our rear door. We might move around to the driver's side and talk about our accessories that are mounted on this side. On the driver's side, we have, it's probably actually one of my favorite aesthetic things. We have the shovel and the axe externally mounted with the rhino clamps. So these are pretty handy. We do normally leave them in the unlock position. So in an emergency, we can dig ourselves out. So they're nice and simple. The handy part is they also have locks. So we can lock it when we leave the car unattended. Up above that, we have the ALU-CAB shower cube. This one is one that we only set up when around others, really. So we do have, it's nice and simple. 1, 2, and done. We never really bother pinning the legs in unless it's super windy and no one likes it touching them. But this is our shower cube, or if we need to set the toilet up, we can set up in there and still have privacy. Because on this side, if we come around, our shower is mounted here. So this is an electric 10 litre hot water shower. That normal mode, we don't bother setting this up for around people. We can feed it in and have a nice little private shower. And we'll pack this up so I can show you our water actually. There we go. So yeah, ALU-CAB did the roof conversion, the Hercules roof conversion. They also fitted the shadow awning and the shower cube. The shower cube now packed up. I can show you what it looks like. So our access is on this door here. Clip straight on. Turn the water on and boom. Nice hot shower. So there is a 10 litre Duetto electric hot water mounted in behind on this side. And then we have our little shower cubicle, so it holds body wash, shampoo, conditioner, all the shabam. And in here is a little dial. So this is our hot water dial that we turn. Right now it's at 38 degrees. And we've just left it there, to be honest. So you can dial it up and down for if you like your water hotter, not quite as hot, but it comes out perfect. Below that is our water fill point. So mounted underneath the tank, underneath the car rather, is a 90 litre water tank. In here we just use the keys, unlock, top it up. And that's how we top up our water. So that runs our shower, the external water source, and our filtered water. And that is all the accessories, I think. Oh, here we go. And one last light that I forgot about. So there is, and this is all controlled from within the cab when driving. So we use this when, kind of actually if we're looking around camp at night. If we hear a noise, turn the light on, or if we are driving around and looking for camp, we have one on this side. The other side doesn't have one because of the shadow, because of the 270 awning is in the way, but here we have space. And yeah, same as every other Troopy, the dual fuel tanks, so we can carry 180 litres of fuel. And that's about it. Pumba's best angle, his front end, is my favourite. Probably the whole thing mounted on Pumba is the bull bar. It's big, it's chunky, it speaks he means business, and it's from ATD. Attention to detail, these guys are fantastic. They're a company up in Toowoomba, and it really does speak to the attention to detail. His build is beautiful. So they only do LandCruiser bull bars, and with here, so they've got the 3-post rail one with the side rails. So the side rails, I think this bull bar all up was $9,000, so it is a bit more expensive than your ARB bull bars. But come down through here, the indicators and the lights are mounted into the bull bar, and the cabling run through the tube steel, so there's no messy cables anywhere. The side rails run down and mounted to the chassis rail, nice and strong. You can get your own personalized etching on the side step. We just got 78 for the series, these are 78 series. Inside the bull bar, when getting it fitted, was the worn winch. And the worn winch is mounted directly to the bull bar. So when it was being installed, it got mounted to the bull bar first, then everything on. So it's in here with our engage and free spool toggle switch into the bull bar with nice free access. Else on the front, I'll do lights last. So we do have our UHF antennas. So we have two. One for the flatland, the 6.6 dBi antenna, and one for the mountains. The 2.1, yeah, 2.1 dBi, both from GME. The inside the cab is the toggle switch, so we can choose whether we want, when we're in the mountains or our flatland, we toggle between which antenna is being used. I think lucky last is the lights, another one of the favorite accessories. The big spotties, the LP9s from BAJA, as well as the LP4s on the A-pillar lights. One thing I love about these is that they're actually orange. So the orange we found illuminated better. It had less reflections off street signs and things like that. These guys light up the sun unlike anything. When the ignition is turned on with the lights on, just normal driving lights, the backlight of these glow a nice, they glow orange. It just looks cool, if I'm honest. And then when you turn them on, boom, they light up the sun. So two of these LP9s mounted inside the bull bar. We change out, they do come with fog lights. Change them out to the BAJA fog lights again, the orange, so it illuminates a bit better, whether it's dusty or foggy. We found that it's less blinding in those ones, and it has that nice even spread down low. This spreads out nice and high as a nice spotlight. And on our A-pillars, we have the LP4s. Now this one is not often done. I haven't seen it that often yet, but the A-pillar light we found, initially we started with them facing forward and found because it looked super cool, but did find that the spread wasn't necessarily wide enough to get when we're looking for camp at night, that we couldn't see off to the side. So we did slightly turn his lights, and that way the spread we get basically from the whole front of the windscreen the whole way around. So we get that 180 from there with the lights in this direction. We are going to though tape up the side of these plastics. We have found there's a little bit of reflection coming off the bonnet. So just gonna tape up this side here when we next pop into Bunnings. Other than that, if I look up, oh, we do have the visor. Got this one from factory, and I just think it looks cool, really. His old mine visor, but it does help. I'm not so sure with Ash with her height, but for me, I find with the visor there, I don't always have to put down the little sun visors, because it does stop the sun hitting your face. And front, I think that's Pumba's front done and dusted. bull bar, lights, winch. That's Pumba's best angle. And here I am up on Pumba's viewing platform. Come up and join me, I'll show you what's up top here on the roof. We have basically an empty platform, a 200-watt solar panel plugged in, has kept us pretty much charged most of the time. This thing's been perfect. And the rest of the platform is made up of 3 Rhino racks that most of the time spend it empty. We do have them here just in case we decide to add a storage box, firewood, a canoe. We haven't yet as used them, but they are here as a just in case. Other than that, Pumba's roof is roof racks and a solar panel.
And what everyone, okay, enough for the outside men talk about how good is my car and accessories. Let's show you the inside of Pumba. Let's pull the pin and pop the cherry, because that is the best game changer. Being able to stand in your car fully, super easy. Gotta love this setup. So first, we would like to give a massive shout out to Odyssey, because that dude, Toby, he's located in Perth, and we drove from Brisbane to Perth for him and him only to work on Pumba. And you'll be like, why did you drive like 5,000 K for a bloody fit out? Well, we're gonna show you. First, quality. Second, ingenuity. This dude, even in the pantry, planned a hole in there so the bottle of wine fits, even like standing up, which is pretty good. I don't know if it was on purpose, Toby, but just so you know, we really appreciate that. Currently, our pantry is absolutely full. We just done grocery shopping, yet it fits everything, right? Half of it is pantry item, from rice, pasta, milk, egg, you name it. And the other half, we have our chairs. We have 2 chairs from Kilo Gear. They are really good. I highly recommend it. I'm not gonna go through it today, but there is a video. I'm gonna put a link up there on our YouTube channel where we review the entire chairs. And this are a game changer if you have a Troopy, because, you know, space is precious. So we have 2 chairs and we have 2 folded solar panel. This solar panel, I'm not gonna take them out right now, but what I'm gonna say, they are from the brand Safari, and they are really good solar panel. We bought 2 with Beck, and they pump a really decent amount of power inside our batteries. Therefore, when we are stationary, we need a lot of power. You will see later, we are induction cooking. We also have, as you know and understand, we have multiple cameras, we have drone, we have gimbal. All of that requires charging, and so far, power hasn't let us down in Pumba, and all that thanks to the really good Red Arc solar panel we have on the top, but also the Safari foldable solar panel. So we are extremely happy about it. Talking about power, there is the fridge. The fridge is from National Luna, and I believe it's a South African brand, and it is really good. We like it because it is very accurate in terms of temperature, and it has multiple compartments, as well as it does freezer and fridge. Again, we are quite full today, but these are on 2 levels. So there is like, that's level number 1, then there is level number 2 underneath. You can either decide to have both of these in the fridge mode, or you can have this side freezer and this side fridge. We find it really useful. Most of the time we use full fridge because we love having fresh food, and we do usually by chunk of week. But sometimes, like when we did the Gee River Road and we had to plan for 3 weeks, we had all that full with frozen like food. So very handy. But if you have that fridge and you have that setup, you know, that's annoying. That, you know, it keeps falling. You don't know what to do. You have just like have to put like 2 air bands, attach it here, voila. and you don't have to fight with the lid. Call me a genius if you want to. I won't, you know, I won't fight you for that. It's okay. Okay. What should we talk about? There's so much inside, so I'm not sure if I will be very logical, but let's go from it. If we start from the top, where we have the tent. You want to give me the camera back? I'm going to show inside, and I'm going to show the back. I show the back, and I'm going to show here we have 1 fan, 2 fan. Very, very handy. All right, so you can stand in the tent, you can spy outside. I apologize for the overly blonde exposure, but it's really good. Here, and then the bed falls down, and you have the bed. Yeah, very, very handy. God, I love that thing. Cool. I'm gonna give the camera back to Beck. Thank you very much. Hello. Oh, this is completely out of the build, but MAXTRAX speaker, beautiful. It's not the smallest, but I will tell you, if you want to have a glass of wine around the campfire, that's the best. The beats of this thing is amazing. Moving on. Table. Again, ODYSSEY custom fit out. Thank you, Toby, for this beautiful made table that we use actually pretty much every night when mozzie are bad, like here. It's pretty insane. So we eat inside, and therefore Beck sit here and I sit here, and you can just have dinner. We use it as well for when we're on our computer. Very handy. You can be here. It's quite comfortable. It's also a personalized stop, which we find it really, really well done. And you can lift it up, and then you have storage. All right. Love the little feature. Another drawer. That's the tech drawer with all the cameras, drone, and computer. So it fits quite a lot. It's just good. And down here we have a quite excessive medical kit. I will show you a bit so you understand how much you can store in there. So there is like a bit of medical stuff. There is a hammock as well, thing to clip your nail. Another big first aid kit. So that first aid kit is from Survival First Aid, and it actually came really, really handy one day when we got stuck on the mountain, a volcano in New Zealand, and a dude fell in front of us. We had to wait for the helicopter that lasted 6 hours. That got really, really handy. Hose, more medical stuff. Snake bite kit, again by Survival First Aid Kit. Haven't used it yet, hopefully we'll never have to. And one thing, we have one thing in our build that I think nobody else has. Okay, maybe we are 3%. Call us, you know, over-prepared or whatever you want to call it. Welcome to the defib. We have a defib. We have a defib, and you're gonna ask, why do you have a defib? Do you have a heart problem? Does Beck have a heart problem? Do I have a heart problem? No. But, you know, when you travel and you are a bit all over the world, you might come across with somebody with a heart problem, or you might come across to an accident, or we might be into an accident, or we might have a heart problem, and we will be very, very happy to have it. So it's just another chance to save somebody else ourselves. So it might be a bit much, but I'm glad we have it. And also we have another small first aid kit for when we're on hike, because we used to bring the big one, but it's a bit big. That is our craziness here, but we are equipped. Whoever comes with us hiking or traveling will be well looked after. I forgot to say, this is Beck's henna product for her grey hair. Moving on, we have, so all our electrical system is powered by VICTRON, and we are really, really happy about it. So basically, we went to VICTRON because it was either Red Arc or VICTRON, I believe, for that build. But VICTRON came first because they had a better integration with other brands. So that's the simple reason why we went with it, and also was recommended by our Sparky at the time. And that control panel, so we can see how much battery we have left. At the moment we are 70%. You can see if Pumba is inverting or not. At the moment it is. How much is coming, and we can have how much water we have. So we just topped it up, so we are 100% at the moment. Here we have something as well that could be an overkill for Australia, but we did use it in South Australia when it was winter, and that's simply a diesel heater. So we have a diesel heater that is located in the car, and it comes straight from our diesel tank. So it's not a separate diesel tank that we have to refill. We don't have to think anything about it. As long as there's fuel in the car, we can get hot. So that's pretty good. And then the classic power, and that's for under strip light. It used to be an oven that we removed simply because we have so much camera equipment. We wanted to use that for something else, so we use it for shoes. But we still have the oven at Beck's parent home, so we'll put it back the day that we sell it, and the new owner can decide if they want the oven or not. And then there's a bit more storage in there. It's a bit of a mess, I apologize. Basically, in there is all our tools, from panel sets, socket sets, panel, impact driver, all our electrical spares, etc. For now, we haven't had to use a lot, apart from just a screwdriver here and there. That's it. But we have it, and it holds it, which is great, because we didn't want to bother with a box on the roof. So we're really, really happy that also the build accommodates for extra storage, which we use. So that is great. In a separate video, we will show you which tool we have and why, but not here. Okay. Then we have the top. We decided to add this Velcro thing we ordered online for very cheap, and it's a really good addition to the build. Another reason why I like ALU-CAB, the fact that it's that carpet material that allows you to do that, where with other brand, I think Headspace is wood. So yes, it is beautiful, but in that instance, I think I prefer the practicality of the carpety thingy. So we have added that, so you can put like medication, headlamp, towels. It's really, really, really handy. So I really like it. I might show you again how to drop but basically this is how we drop the bed. And then the bed is there, which is good. And then you can put it back. Very easy. Very smooth. All right, here we have a bit more storage, and it's our clothes. So basically we have the whole back that is for our clothes, and we use that system with Beck, which is every clothes is compartmented in a little bag. So we have underwear, and then we have t-shirts, and then we have pants. So Beck has a white creamy bag, and I have black ones. So at least we can see, we know that if it's black, it's Astrid's, if it's white, it's Beck. I don't know if you want to take that tip, but it's pretty good. We love it. Also, you have two different type of bags that you can find online. The main common one, you have the common one that are just the bag, and then you have the compression bag. This one has compression, which is great, meaning like you have them thick like this, and then you can compress a bit more with a zip, and they get very thin, so they really compress your clothes. Therefore, you have heaps of space. This is great. We don't have many clothes, to be honest, but if you do, then you have space. There's a last one inside in terms of compartment. In here, we're gonna put everything that is toilet paper, paper towel, spare toothpaste, dishwashing liquid, everything. Very, very, very interesting. And there is one last feature in the inside that I want to show. So even though you sleep, you know, up there, if you have a fight with your partner, or if, I don't know, she has too much lactose and she's lactose intolerant and she keeps fighting, you can shove her or shove them or shove him downstairs, because there's a secret bed. Dun, dun. Hopla, secret bed basically, what happened, évidemment, oh, not in French, Astrid. Of course, yeah, no, I never fart, so Beck never kicks me downstairs. But what we do, we use it as our living room. So when it's cold and you can't be outside, or there's too much muzzy and you do inside editing or whatever, we are here. So because we have that policy, we never have our phone in the bed, which is good. We always, if we're on our phone and on the computer, we're always downstairs. So we have our living room, which is quite handy. I think, oh, this, I can't remember the name of the people that we bought that from, but I'll put it in the description so you know, because there's not many people doing this, and it's like to measure, like it's tailored to the car. But yeah, that's the Mozzie screen. This one is a Mozzie screen as well as a mid-G screen, which makes it really, really handy. Very, very well made. Enough of the insides. We're gonna show you a little bit more just at the entrance of Pumba. So welcome to where we cook. So that's our kitchen. Let's start with the masterpiece from ODYSSEY. Again, they are the best. Sorry for the dust. But that's the kitchen with the inverter cooker. Absolute game changer. I do not miss all this night cooking, especially Beck. Beck cooks. I don't miss Beck. Poor Beck cooking outdoor with the gas, and man, when it's windy, like you just spend so long trying to cover the flame, and that absolutely game changer. But it eats a lot of battery. Hence why we need to have a very good battery setup, which we do. So we worked with ODYSSEY for the fit out, and it has a Sparky that is named Eric, Auto Sparky, and he's done the most incredible work on our electrical. Everything that is recommended from VICTRON, Red Arc for some bits, and Safari for this and the solar panel, the 4D solar panel have been incredible. Really good quality, never let us down, and we're going through corrugation for driving. You would think that things would probably have components that move or anything. No, we've been days without sun or a bit of rain and stuff. Still, we still have enough battery because we've been well guided by Eric. So thank you, Eric. Loving the induction cooker, absolutely loving it. If you keep going with the build, so here, top of everything, so we have an extra lens for just space, I guess, for kitchen, as well as Dominic front runner for the table, which again, it's just a gift that keeps on giving. So it gives you a very good kitchen space here, where we usually have our plate sitting here, chopping board, so we have our chopping board here. If we need two, and one for the meat, one for the veggies. Very, very, very handy. And talking about this, I really like that. So we do this here with behind, we put the Outback Gear Solution bags. That has been really good as well. So you use it for instance, we put our fire gloves with matches and whatever you need to start a fire, which is just matches, right? Some extra, I think this is pegs. But we've been loving it. It's been really good. We have the two. We have this one, we have the long one, and we have the short one here. Same, I think we have sunscreen here, and that's toilet paper and wipes. And behind we shove the dustpan brush, the little broom. Yeah, so that's where we storing that here, so then we can clean that up pretty easily. I'm gonna close the kitchen. Here, more PowerPoint. Here, there, I don't know if you can see, is our diesel heater that is hiding behind. Look how pretty and very well designed. Thank you, Toby. But yeah, our diesel heater is here, and then there's a pipe that goes along the pantry and then exit out there. Here, we have a little hideout hole for a table. So very simple. pull that out, and then you just unfold it. So I'm not gonna do this here, but again, very clever, very clever. You don't feel like you're losing space. Like everything has its spot. Like the Troopy, like basically the Troopy is most of the time like this, in that state. Like we haven't staged it for our video. Like it's, because it's so well thought in terms of the build and the storage, we don't have a mess. Really the only thing when we put the lid down is the pillows, they come down. That's the only thing. Everything else has a spot. And the backpack with some cameras in it, because at least it's easier just to grab and go. But yes, loving it. Here, so we talked earlier about the water that is outside, that is unfiltered. We have this one, which is filtered, and it's a simple push system. So that water is filtered, and the filter is under next to the fridge, and it really, oh my god, game changer. Once we made vermicelli using this water over here that is not filtered, and man, that was chemical, like that was like powerful. Where this one, no taste, perfect. A bit slower to come out, which is normal, but it's really good. Now, another masterpiece. Not this. This is for the fuel. But this is absolutely worth it. It's inline air pressure that you just turn on with a button. There's nothing else to do. But you can go and go back to Brisbane, just putting the air filter, and you can go forever. And then you can come back to Darwin without having to do anything to make it fit nicely in the car. This is great. Loving this. There you go. Have I forgotten anything? I don't think so. Oh, last but not least, our solar screen. Solar screen, actually, I think the brand is Solar Screen. Yes, Solar Screen, simple. Cool in summer, warm in winter, privacy and UV protection. Love it. 10 out of 10. It's a little suction system. So this is suction cup. And then you just clip it and it stays. So really, really good. It gives us a lot of privacy, which is good. We like it because you can be anywhere and like nobody can see you inside the car, which is great. But it also make, you know, the main reason why you buy that is to keep you cool inside, and it makes a massive difference. We took them down once for a test, and it's like a sauna inside the car. You put it on, it's really nice. So it keeps it nice and cold, and also nice and warm when you use the diesel heater. Therefore, you can just give it a little like crank. It just heats you up a bit. Turn it off, and it keeps it nice and warm, even with the tent open. Funny enough, the tent is pretty good. Keeps the warmth in.
You're welcome. Well, let me take you into the cockpit. I'll start this side and work my way over. On passenger side, there's two USB USB-C chargers from Steady. Nothing further, then we reach the UHF. We got the GME XRS Connect with a little magnetic port and a little plug-in here, so he stays hooked in while we're traveling. Due to that, we had to relocate the hazard light, so there's a hazard relocation. Down further, so we have, I'll get rid of this out of the way. You've got the winch control set up, so there's a few ways we can control our winch. The hardwire where we plug in the front grille. This one here is permanently connected. Flick the rocker switch up and that's engaged our winch. This one connects the two batteries together so that there's two batteries under bonnet. This connects them together if we need the extra power because the winch can draw a lot, or if we need to charge up the battery for whatever reason it went flat. And this is our in-out control for our winch. We can toggle up, toggle down. Nothing changed here. We do have the Red Arc Tow Pro controller here. That one's been hooked up. Then down further into the center console. So this one is from Department of the Interior. And we have starting over. So the battery monitor, USB, USB-C. We have a lot of charging ports going on here. And this one here is what Eric wired into. So we have the spotlight, A-pillar lights, fog lights, rock lights, our underbody rock lights, the rear light at the back. We have the side light, and this one is what we toggle on, mosquito, to charge up to turn on our hot water system. So the rest of this compartment, so stock standard came with cup holders and an empty kind of compartment. We upgraded, so we've got the 2 cup holders, a little space there, and this one's chockers, our center console. Moving forward over further towards the driver, we've got the off-roam phone mount, which holds onto, it like compresses down onto the air vent there. We did have the quad lock, but it kept falling off. The suction cup would heat up in the sun and fall off onto the windscreen, so we upgraded to the off-roam. As I come over further, missed the big main important piece here in the middle, this Alpine head unit. So I spoke to George, I think it was Race Automotive, there'll be a link in the description below. He was incredibly helpful. Not only did he help me hone in, I knew what I wanted, that I wanted the bigger unit that took up the whole space. He helped me for the Alpine unit and then the upgrade for the speakers as well. So I basically want a good sound, put some tweeters in. It's fantastic. George really helped us out, so thanks George. Can't remember exactly what unit our Alpine head unit is, but it's perfect. We absolutely love it. Look around the cab, I think that's about it. Alright, coming around to this side. So this one we have 2 USB chargers, and this one is our battery monitor. So that's the starter battery, and when I click it over, the auxiliary battery, you can see what its charge is at. So it's our battery monitors, front and rear diff locks. So the car came with the front lockers, because he's only the base model, and the rear diff lock. So that is a Dana 60 e-locker has been put in when the track correction got done. Everything else is pretty standard. We have another winch controller. So this one is the remote. So we can use the remote this way to toggle on and off with our winch, and he's stored here. And I will show you now where all the battery power, where the brains and the hub start, is behind our driver. In here we have the entire brains of Pumba. We have the 2 200 amp hour batteries, so we've got 400 amp hours of battery power under here. The isolator, so we can switch and turn all the power off. Right at the back there, what you can see flashing, we've got the Cerebro GX. I believe he's the brains of it all. So he controls and does everything in there. The DC to DC chargers on the wall. Our smart charger up in the top left, the fuse panels. And you can see under here how neat it is. The job that Eric did, I could not be more happy. It's fantastic. Before I head up underneath Pumba's bonnet, I will tell you, because I have forgotten to mention, what we did brand new. Pumba got the track correction done, so when you buy them factory, they do have the front wheelbase is wider than the rear, so got the track correction done. When I did that, put the e-lockers, the Dana 60 e-locker in there, so he's got front and rear e-lockers and the track correction and the rest. Let's check out what's underneath the hood. A very brief overview on Pumba, what's up underneath here. He does have, the diff breathers have been raised, so they're now up underneath the bonnet. We do have electronic rust proofing, so Couple Tech electronic rust proofing. Additional to that, we had the underbody sprayed in an epoxy coating. So the underbody's rust protected and chip resistant. So it's got black stuff, black epoxy sprayed underneath. So electronic, so rust wise, Pumba's good. Have also moved the winch controller up underneath the bonnet. What else have we got under here? It's a bit of we got the BC to DC chargers up under here, the red arc. BC to DC charger, and have also fitted second batteries. So we've got the starter battery, and all the accessories then come off the second battery. that's the pretty quick overview of what's underneath Pumba's hood.
And with this car, we were supposed to travel the entire world, right? And that's why we like equipped it the way it is. Unfortunately, it won't follow us for the rest of the journey from Europe, Asia, Africa, South America, etc. Simply because we have other projects. But this car is going to be for sale, I think around January 2026.
Yeah.
And it is, I will tell you, one of the most beautiful builds that we've seen on the road. But I really hope that you enjoyed it, because since we have Pumba, we've been asked by people, can we see the inside, can we see the outside? And we were way too busy taking Pumba on pretty fun, cool adventure, and we didn't take the time to film, simply because there's mozzie like that everywhere. And you don't have the patience to stay here. Like, we've been here for like, what, 5-6 hours filming around Pumba. And fighting with mozzie, but we were like, you know what, we really need to get that sorted, otherwise we will sell Pumba and we'll never had the run on Pumba. So
I hope you've enjoyed Pumba's walkthrough as much as we love Pumba.
Yeah, and if you have any question, any recommendation, anything, please drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe as well if you want to see more of the what is coming, what is journey. But yeah, feel free to drop a comment, message us on Instagram, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Bye.
Bye.